Hello, children.
Hello, Michel.
My, you certainly look busy.
Oh, hi, Michel.
Your sister doesn't look very happy.
That's because we have nothing left except vegetables for today's recipe.
Well, then we'll make a recipe that only calls for vegetables.
A salad. I know. Soup.
Nope, it's called Ratatouille. Now let's see if we have everything we need. 1 kilo of ripe tomatoes, 1 kilo of aubergines, 1 kilo of courgettes, 2 green bell peppers, 2 nice-sized onions, 4 cloves of garlic, a bouquet of basil, dried ground thyme, olive oil, sugar, salt and pepper. Your vegetables are going to look even better in a little while when we wash them.
Oh, let me do it.
Wait, Bob. We only wash the ones that we don't peel. The courgettes, the tomatoes, the peppers, and the basil.
You always get to do everything.
We remove the ends of the courgettes, then we cut them into large slices. The onions, we peel them under the water so they won't sting our eyes. We cut them in half and then into thin slices. And finally, the bell peppers. First, we remove the peduncles.
Huh?
That's what we call the stems that connect the peppers to the plant. Cut them in half lengthwise, scrape out the seeds, then cut them into strips and put them with the onion slices. Let the cooking begin. Here's the big frying pan. We need 100 milliliters of olive oil. First, we're going to cook the courgettes.
But I thought that in a ratatouille, you cooked all the vegetables together.
Now you know. That's my secret. When you brown all the vegetables separately in olive oil, they keep their flavour. We're going to brown the courgette slices for 8 minutes. Meanwhile, we peel the aubergines.
Oh.
Sally, you cut them in half lengthwise, then each half into 2 parts, so you have 4 sticks. Bob, you cut the sticks into 1.5 centimetre chunks.
Michel, the courgettes are already brown.
Children must never come too close to the frying pan. Now we're going to empty them into the colander in the sink. We need 100 more milliliters of olive oil.
Stop.
When the oil is hot, we add the aubergine chunks to brown them and stir them with a wooden spoon. Meanwhile, you're going to peel the garlic for me. Here, 2 cloves for each of you, so nobody will be jealous.
Yuck! It smells so strong.
Look what's inside.
Oh, it's the little green garlic heart. It looks like it's still beating.
That's called the sprout. You're going to remove it to make the garlic easier to digest.
Michel, the aubergines are already brown.
We're going to drain them in the colander with the courgettes. We have to preheat the oven to 150 degrees. Sally, do you know how to do that?
Of course I do. I turned the knob to number 5.
We're going to move on to the second part of the cooking, the casserole. What happened to my oil man?
Here I am.
We add 3 tablespoons of olive oil and then wait for it to heat up. We add the sliced onions and pepper strips, then turn down the heat and let the mixture sweat for 5 minutes, stirring from time to time. Let's move on to the tomatoes. We start by removing the peduncles.
I know. Those are the stems. He already said that.
Then we cut them in half sideways. Press each half between your fingers to eliminate the juice and the seeds. Have you finished? I'm going to chop them into big pieces. Sally, would you pass me the chopped garlic, please? We add the garlic, then we stir the mixture with the wooden spoon. We turn up the heat and add the chopped tomatoes. Now, guess what else we're going to add? A teaspoon of sugar.
Sugar? But Michelle, this isn't a cake.
Precisely. That's why it's my second secret. The sugar will bring out the taste of the vegetables and remove the acidity of the tomatoes. Then we stir thoroughly and wait for it to come to a boil. We add the drained courgettes and aubergines, 2 teaspoons of salt and some pepper, and mix it all together. Then cover the casserole. Careful, don't forget the gloves. Now we let the ratatouille cook for 2 hours.
2 hours? That gives us time to go to the park and play.
Let's see those little hands. Forward march, to the sink, and don't forget the soap. Now we're going to take the casserole out of the oven. With the gloves. We take off the lid.
Ooh, the vegetables look all smashed.
Stewed is the proper word. Now, who wants to add the chopped basil?
Me.
So Sally will add the ½ teaspoon of dried ground thyme.
It smells good.
We stir. Now put the lid back on the casserole and put it back into the oven for another hour.
Another hour? That makes 3 hours in all. I guess you'd better not be in a rush when you make ratatouille.
That's true. On the other hand, you can eat ratatouille cold, so you won't have to cook the next day.
And that gives us time to finish our force. Come on, Bob.
Do those hands smell like soap?
Yes.
Well, Sally, could you tell us, once again, what are the 2 secrets to making good ratatouille?
You have to sauté all the vegetables separately, one after the other, so they keep their flavour. And add a teaspoon of sugar when you put in the tomatoes, to remove the acidity of the tomatoes and bring out the flavour of the vegetables.
All right, children. Are you ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go!